stay in place? I'm a runner too, so.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I think coming from like a background of designing backpacks and being in the hunt space as well, and just really understanding the importance of load lifting technology and stability in the pack is very different than some of the running brands. They're all great, but they come more from a running background and making that type of product, and they're just not as used to thinking about like weight distribution and support in the same way that a backpacking brand is. So I think it's pretty amazing. Like I got a chance to run with this with around like 25 pounds in Zion.
How far did you go?
I mean, I wasn't running a ton because we were on this like group backpacking trip. We were on a media trip. You guys have to come next time.
Oh, I would love it.
But it was insane. It bounces less than some of my like ultralight packs. It's pretty wild. Yeah.
Because even like it took me a while to get used to wearing the vest, so I would just be dehydrated when running because I'm like, it sounds too much work to do, which is probably not great. But
there's a sweet spot of getting a little bit of weight in there to keep it from bouncing. And part of what we did here was we actually took the stretch out of the sides. A lot of the vests and stuff have a lot of stretch, and that allows for a lot of bounce. So we do still have a little bit of elastic in the sternum straps, which help, like it helps to allow you to breathe when you cinch it up, you know, but it really doesn't bounce much when you've got a little bit of weight in it.
Yeah, and one of the keys with running packs or fast packs, I'm gonna try to run with this at least, that's the goal. Depends on how much weight you have, how fit you are, altitude. But it sits up higher on the back, more like a vest as opposed to a pack. So some of the fast packs out there, I would, in running packs, sit a little bit too further down and try to fit more like a pack, and I'd say that causes more bounce. When you can get it to sit up a little bit higher, it tends to be a little bit sturdier on the torso.
How heavy is it?
It's, what's the weight of it?
So without the water bottles, it's just over like 1.25 pounds.
Got it.
Yeah, so pretty darn light. One of the differences too is that it's using ultra fabric, so incredibly durable, essentially the most durable fabric that you can find on the marketplace, like 15 times stronger than steel. And then this is a really cool mesh version of that.
Got it.
It's one of the first packs to use this. So it's essentially one of the lightest weight, strongest meshes you can find. So you're gonna buy this and it's gonna last you probably until you're too old to fence with. So
never too old. So I'm assuming it's waterproof and
so
water
this,
resistant?
so this fabric is completely waterproof. It's not like seam sealed, so water still can get in, but this fabric is waterproof. I would use dry bags if you're gonna like be going through some really, really nasty stuff. But yeah, the fabric itself is.
That's awesome. And what's the size of this one?
30 liters.
Got it.
Yep.
So this is the medium. There's a medium large and then a small medium. This is the medium large.
Do you do that based on the individual size or how much load?
So it's going to be on
individual torso and shoulder circumference.
Got it.
Yeah.
But you can try it on. A longer first day. But there was no one out there.
That's awesome.
Until we got closer to Angel's Landing, like we didn't see.
That's so nice.
Anyone. We probably saw
did you make it to, was the water flowing pretty hard or was it still frozen?
Yeah, so like the Narrows at that point was flowing
really nice.
Just under 3,000.
Yeah,
so it was very dangerous.
But yeah, it was super green there. It was really cool.
So cool.
And then we actually went out to Angel's Landing in a storm, so there was
awesome.
There was no one out there.
That is awesome.
We were a little sketched out at some point, but.
Who did it barefoot? Was anyone that did it barefoot?
No,
or was
Chris was hiking in Chacos, but he switched to.